It's Lina here with another review for Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, and this was the big old reveal that we all knew this whole entire time. Me and me knew all along about the tape being leaked. We already knew this, but let's get started. The person who Mimi invited over was Stevie, and she wanted to be true to him because she should have been true to him from the start, she said. And she admitted to releasing the tape, and Stevie's like, why'd you go along with it? And she's like, that's a good question, I don't really know. And Steve was like, his confessional's high, you gonna lie to me and stuff. Then Mimi was like, she couldn't sleep at night with the secret anymore, and she wanted to get it out there. And Steve's like, I don't want to be here for the pity party. I want you to learn from this mistake and all that. And basically, he's kind of mad at her, but he said he can't stay mad at her. But she was like, thank you for not giving her the real and all that. How's their daughter gonna end up dealing with this later on in her life? Because people was like, your mama a liar and she did all that tape and stuff. They be probably saying something and all that. It was Mimi's decision, and she decided to do that on her own terms. And it seemed like Steve was genuinely upset about it that she lied. It seemed like he was genuinely upset. So so she said she didn't feel good about lying to Ariana and stuff, but now she's gonna come and tell the truth to her too. So she said she's finally free, and Nico can't expose her. Actually, he still can't. He really can't expose her because she already came out. But the day before this episode aired, she already posted the link up to it. I think it was the day before, the day of. So she already posted the link up to Us Magazine. So then that's what she's talking about, that she was in it the whole time. And then it was Nico's idea for him to take me to Fall Guy. So Ernest and Scrappy was talking, and he's telling them that he is willing to do anything to better his relationship with Scrappy and Jasmine. And Scrappy said in his confessionals that if the love is real, then Jasmine should let them be together and all that. And Ernest says he wants to renew their vows and step his game up. He said he's been trying to get that money up and get the ring and stuff. It kind of seemed like he was alluding to the fact that, hey, Scrappy, can you give me some money? Something about Mama Marina's gonna feel like, but maybe not. Maybe he is trying. He did get her a nice ring. So good job, Ernest. So Scrappy's like, I'm glad you doing this so you can take off from my hands. I have my own life now. Scrappy. She wasn't like, I love it. Just a little bit. Anyway, it was making her breakfast and stuff. She's like, Tony didn't come home last night, and she don't know where he is. And this same thing he been doing back then when he was with Kevin. Now he's working with Kevin again, and now she feeding the baby. She got a baby on her chest, feeding and stuff, and she's trying to do her music and stuff, and he's not even helping her. So he come in at 10 a.m. He been gone since last night, and she's working in the club in the studio, and she's like, shut up. And she's like, who? She's like yelling at him and stuff. But then he's like, I'm working in the studio, I'm working in the club and in the studio. And then she's like yelling and stuff and upset and stuff. And he's like, shut up. And she's like, who are you talking to? And I was like, who is he talking to? And then they started, he's like, he is wrong in this whole situation. I thought he's wrong in the whole situation. Then she said, if stuff's gonna start acting like the past, I'm gonna act like the past. And she said that she's taking care of the baby, working on music, and he's not even helping her. He's supposed to be her manager and stuff, and supposed to be her husband, and maybe that's her baby. So he should be helping twice, and not spending money, putting all of her music money into a club that might not even succeed because Stevie's didn't succeed. Jesus. So she's like, if then he go and say, if I ain't focused on Kalina, then all of my stuff ain't nothing, it just gets put to the side. So Tony's like, why don't you find somebody else to focus on you? Then he said, the creativeness ain't going nowhere. Then she said, what you mean the creativeness not going nowhere? And she got a plate and freaking slammed it on the counter, and it busted everywhere, and neither one of them flinched. She slammed it, and she didn't even flinch. Like, she just acted like she didn't just slam a freaking glass ceramic bowl. Jesus. He needs to stop. He needs to stop. Jack was sleeping on Cena's couch, and since KD came to the party and all that stuff, and she's like, what was you doing? Why would you bring her here? And he's like, he just wanted to get some respect for her and all that, so they could all love each other and be all like happy family, like the four on TLC had the sister wives. He basically kind of wanted that. Everybody to be all friends, they're all wise, but all his past relationships to be all friends with each other. I don't know why I want that, but anyway, he was trying to get us some respect. And he decided he was going to stand on the couch and not stay in the bed with Cena because he wanted to send no mixed signals. Okay. John said he loved her and he loved Katie too. It seems like he needs to be with his family and not chicks outside. She's talking about that family stuff. You know what she's talking about. But yeah, so John is doing good. Margot got Arian painted and stuff. I thought it was Margot's art show, but some guy painted Arian, so I don't know whose art show was it. Was it Margot's or was it the other guys too? Maybe it was both. I don't know. I thought she was a painter. But anyway, she got painted, and then Arian was gonna model her paint self, and then Nico walked in. Arian was like, "Oh my God, yo, Nico." Nico's like, "You look good naked, and color, and with color too." and stuff or whatever. And then Nico's like, y'all go do your thing. Mark was like, why y'all got tension? You don't even know him and shit. And Aaron was like, I know enough about him. So then Mark was like, you talked to Mimi? She's like, yeah. So then Mimi comes in, and Mark was like, oh, I guess she was ready for round 2. And I was like, oh gosh. So Mimi was like, I need to talk to my friend, and I couldn't think of a better place to meet her at Margo's event. Messy, okay. And then Mimi said she's going to tell Margo that she's going to expose herself. And Margo was like, I hope Mimi don't turn up like she did last time at the other place. That wasn't Mimi that turned up. That was Nico and Margo that turned up. That was not Mimi. That was like the one time Mimi wasn't at last some stuff, okay? So then, Aaron, she made Mimi tell Aaron that she came to support her. So Aaron was all happy and stuff. Then she talks to her, and Margo comes over, and Mimi was like, come here, I want to talk to you. And then she was like woman to woman, and Mimi tells her how y'all got started, and says she take responsibility for what happened, and that she was in on it. And Aaron was like, what? She's in the back, and she's like, what is going on? Did she just say that? And Margo's like, it's a blatant lie. So last time you told me you didn't do nothing, you was just blatantly lying. And she's like, yeah, I was blatantly lying. So now Aaron's upset in her confessions and stuff, and excuse me. Margo was like, I can start putting my hands in her face again. And she was like this, it was holding her face like this, her face, her hands like this. So then Mimi was like, okay, you can do that. And then Ariane came and interfered, but Mimi wasn't gonna hit her. No, she looked pretty calm. She came in pretty calm, so good job. So then Mimi goes out, and Ariane's talking, and Mimi's like, I'm tired of holding this over my head. And she tells Ariane that she did lie. Ariane's like, you had said something a year ago, and she like, I'm her best friend, why she didn't tell me and stuff. And then Mimi was like, she just didn't tell her. And then she's like, I'm speaking my truth now. And Aaron's like, I've been telling you this all this time. So then it gets like a screaming match. And then Aaron's like, you stupid. And Mimi's like, yeah, I'm stupid. Mimi's like, I'm so stupid. And then Aaron's upset that Mimi didn't come there and tell her the truth. So, yeah. So, she performed at the club opening of Capture. And Clinton doesn't even feel like being there, but she has to be. And she's going to support her husband, she said. So, Jocelyn's performing for her. And Stevie's singing his part of Stingy with My Cootie Cat. I think that's what it is. The song, he's performing his part of the song, and he's playing the guitar at the same time while Jocelyn's singing, dancing stuff, or rapping dance. So Tony said he's trying to stay clear, Kalina, and Kalina, and Rashida and Kirk is there, and Kirk is like, you should come here, and Rashida, was like, yeah, I should perform here, whatever. So then Kalina's like, yeah, we can hook that up. She ain't gonna do it, but anyway, then Kalina tells him what Tony did, and Tony is telling Stevie what they did and how Kalina was upset, and he's like, he's done with the management stuff. Then Steve's like, I know how it is trying to be a husband and a manager at the same time. And then Kalina's like, I don't think I can do this anymore. And then Stevie's like, he wants to see them win, he wants to see them go big, so he don't want them to fail and stuff. He's they married couple and all. Tony's like, he don't know what to do with Kalina. Now Kalina's upset and now she's crying, and Rashida's like, listen to what he says, and you might should go talk to somebody else. She's like, go talk to Deb, Atney, Walk Up Like a Flame's mom. She said go talk to her and all that, because she can probably do something for you. And she said she's perfect. She would give her some advice, and she says you need to boss up and do it. Mama D and Iris was at church and stuff, and they was listening to the pastor preaching on. They was in the church and stuff, and it was like singing and stuff and all that. So then she said she wasn't happy with the last proposal, but she can't possibly be mad at him in the house of God. So he made his little speech and stuff of his past with Mama D. And Mama D was like, Ernest can say all of his stuff he wants, but don't bring me into it, because I'm not going to be up in here confessing all my sins and stuff. And so she came up and he proposed. And he was like, would you marry me? And she cried, and she was like, yes. And she started crying and stuff. And they started singing her actual song, I Deserve. And she's like, okay, I'm going to sing one verse. And she sang it to him, and okay, she sang it to him, yep. And then the choir took over, so the choir took over. And move on. Margo was saying, she's like, Mimi has finally revealed her stuff. Now she has to go and do some self-reflection. So she's gonna tell Nico some secret of her own. And she tells Nico about the Mimi stuff. And then Nico's like, he's happy that you finally came out. And Margo was like, she said she was yelling at Mimi for not revealing her truth, but she needs to reveal hers. And she said that back then she cheated on Nico. And he was so upset, so now she's crying and stuff about that. And now they can put it behind it, they can work on their marriage now. And Nico was like, what should we do? And Margo's like, we should separate. And she's like, we don't get along anymore, we still be friends and stuff. And Nico's like, but I brought you down to Atlanta. So So anyway, so after that, Katie is like, she finally came to her senses, and Katie Jock to the curb, and she says that Jock deserves to know something, and then she tells her, My body been off. I haven't been sleeping and stuff. So he's like, what are you trying to tell me? And she's like, I think I'm pregnant. I ain't take a pregnancy test. So then she went and took a pregnancy test. And she came back and she wasn't pregnant. And then Jock was like, he didn't, in his girlfriend, she was like, he didn't want to be overjoyed and make it seem like he was happy that she wasn't pregnant, but he wanted to be like, oh yeah, that's good that she wasn't pregnant, but he didn't want to be like, oh my god, you're not pregnant, like ow. So that was it, guys. Thanks for watching the review. Next week, what's gonna happen? Something's gonna happen next week. What happened next week? Okay, sorry. I forgot what happened next week. Something business happened next week though. But thanks for watching. Oh, Jessica Timepiece and Jocelyn. Yeah. That's what happened next week. So thanks for watching, you guys. Thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe, comment to the video. See you right now. See you right to the Love It Podcast, Beach One Light, and it's right here on the side of me. And it's gonna be down below in the description. And follow me on all my social medias down below in the description. And I will see you guys next week. Bye.